Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about Pseudo Harem. This is a really weird review, I think, because I read a lot of manga. I really enjoy reading manga. I like reading comics. And Pseudo Harem is probably the weirdest slice of life, school life romance that you're going to find, right? But not weird because it's just like off the wall crazy, because there's very few characters in it and it ignores a lot of the tropes. So, Pseudo Harem, 157 chapters, 4 pages per chapter, but it's not a 4 coma. Very short chapters each time. I read it all in one sitting. It is a really, really fun story. And I want to talk a little bit about it today. I don't want to spoil too much because I want you to be able to go read it yourself. Because again, it's very short, 157 chapters, 4 pages each, except for the final chapter, which is 18. But it also includes a couple of extra art pieces. This story centers around two characters, Kitahama Eiji and Narakura Rin, who are in the drama club at their school. And Eiji is Rin's senpai. And Rin's goal is to confess to him, and it seems like he kind of likes her too, right? But the twist is that, because it is a harem story, right? The twist is that she puts on these acts and pretends to be other people. Obviously, she doesn't like pretend to be a whole another person, but pretends to be like another personality. It's not that she has multiple personalities, but it is an act to try and win him over or to try and communicate her feelings in a different way. So you have like Chiki-chan or Sundere-chan or Cool-chan or Spoiled-chan. And each one of them has different interactions with Eiji as well. It's just a really fun story. And I don't want to spoil too much for it, but what makes it stand out for me is even though it's very short, even though it just focuses on these two main characters, it still avoids almost all of the tropes, right? A big trope in slice of life romance, because again, I read a lot of manga, and slice of life is one of my favorite genres. A big trope in slice of life romance is, well, here's the love rival, and now we have a love triangle. That's not in Pseudo Harem. There's, well, here's the phone miscommunication, and now because they didn't just talk to each other, now there's this misunderstanding between them. That doesn't happen. This story is really just focused on these two characters and their hijinks at school. The acting, going out to go do things. There are some misunderstandings, but it's never to the level that you'll get in like a full harem story or a full romance with like a love rival. Kitahama is actually like a really good character. He's not the blank slate, right? To be able to fit into a harem. And that's not to say that all of them are like that. I think there are some harems that have really good main characters. But I think that Kitahama Eiji just really works as the senpai who's just, he's a little weird, but he's trying to help her and he likes being around her. And so instead of like a will they, won't they for most of the series, it feels more like a, well, when is it going to happen? In a way that I think is really satisfying. Getting to see the interactions these different personalities have with senpai is really, really fun. And I think that that's what really sells Pseudo Harem. Yes, at times it's very fluffy. Yes, at times it is just straight romance. But most of the time, it's just fun. So if you enjoy a good romance, this is that. If you enjoy a good fun time, this is that. If you enjoy a good slice of life, this is that. And in a way, if you enjoy a harem, Gigi or Pseudo Harem is that. I know this is probably going to be one of the shortest reviews on the channel, but for non-spoilers, I 100% think you should check it out. Going into spoilers now, everything from here on will be spoilers. I think that one of my favorite things about this is that they don't focus too much on the, well, at some point he's going to graduate. It does happen, but they don't focus on that to the extreme. There's never like well, now there's going to be a play and somebody else is going to get that role, and they don't have that. Instead, the play is just them, right? And I think that it really shines because of the dynamic between the two of them and the fact that that's really all it's about. You don't have a lot of extra pages dedicated to other characters. In fact, there are only like 7 named characters, I think, in the entire series. but you just have these two hanging out, and the moments where Senpai or Kitahama reveals that he's kind of got a thing for her without confessing are really, really solid. It all comes to a head when they go on a trip because she asks him for a date to make up for the fact that he got to play around at the festival, and she sneaks into his bed. And I know what you're thinking. No, stay clothed. But when he wakes up, he's like, "Hey, what? Why are you in my bed?" She's like, "Well, just give me some time. I don't want to say it like this." And he goes, "Okay, I understand." Because of course he knows. He knows she loves him. She knows she loves him. She knows he loves her, right? It's very obvious. But it's just this moment of like, yeah, I'll wait. And so you get, in a way, you get the confession actually like really early. And then the rest of the story is them in the relationship trying to work through things and solve problems and deal with careers and life coming up and college and her jealousy that maybe he's too popular at college and everything going on there. And it's never like, well, there's this other girl and she's beautiful and she's in the way. It's always just like, well, I don't know, so I got to go find out, you know? And it all comes to a head with the, hey, can I catch up to you thing, right? And when I catch up to you, then I'll tell you my wish, which pays off in a really, really good way. Again, I know this is a very short review, but there's not much I can say other than just you should check it out. If you like this type of story, it's 100% worth it. Pseudo Harem, very short, but very fun. Like I said, I read it in one sitting. I think it was like a couple hours, but absolutely worth a read, in my opinion. There's a lot of fun in there, and the best moment of the story is when Nanakura Rin reveals to Eiji's mom that they've been doing roleplay stuff, and she's extremely confused. It's a great story. It's a great story. 100% worth reading. Let me know your thoughts on Pseudo Harem in the comment section down below. And until next time, I've been Trey. This has been The Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that life has to offer.